Calling Dr. Howard. Dr. Fine. Dr. Howard. Calling Dr. Howard. Dr. Fine. Dr. Howard.
Good morning. Today is the last day of April, April 30th. It's a Tuesday. I hope everything is going well for you. May's coming right around the corner. Cinco de Mayo is going to be here very, very soon. You know, a lot of people have influenced me in my life. I mean, in the male species, I think my dad was probably the biggest influence. Various teachers in school, business associates. But the guys here to stage left, my immediate right, Mole, Larry, and Curly, have probably bring me the most joy and probably the best advice or best excuses to get out of messes. And they've been doing it since the 1930s. So we're coming on almost 100 years. I've always said the biggest difference between the male and the female species in America is men like the Stooges and women don't. If a guy meets a woman who likes the Stooges, grab a hold of her and let her go. But it's amazing because women can also be a Mole, Larry, and Curly. They can also be a stooge. And I've got 3 examples for you that I think you'll recognize. The first one is Fani Willis, the DA in Georgia, who brought the charges against Donald Trump, which are going to be falling apart. But now, as we see, it was found out that she took $300,000 in cash, distributed it to her boyfriend, her lover, who was the DA down there, trying to prosecute Trump. Now the FBI is investigating her for other funds that she misappropriated. And she had a debate this weekend against a gentleman who was running against her for DA in that county, and she didn't show up. It's sort of what Democrats do. Remember up in Wisconsin, the governor wanted to do something and the Democrats didn't like it? They flew across the border to Illinois. The same thing happened in Texas, where they didn't like what the governor was doing. They were going to take a vote. They all got in a plane and flew to Georgia. So the Democrats usually, when push comes to shove, when the rubber meets the road, they leave town. They run away. They've shown it. So Fani Willis could be a stooge. You have, being from Western New York, there's a DA in Monroe County. Her name is Sandra Dorley. They've got her. You know how police have body cams. She was speeding. A policeman followed her for maybe 10 miles. She didn't pull over. He finally caught up to her in her driveway. She pulled in her garage. She came out and berated him, yelled at him, swore at him. And he said, "Ma'am, I'm just doing my job. You were doing 25 miles over the speed limit. So what?" I know the chief of police. She goes, "I am the DA. You can't do anything to me." She called the chief of police and handed the guy the phone. He was very polite. She berated him. She looked like an idiot. Now she's apologetic. Little too late. But she could be a stooge. And of course, one of the best, Tiffany Halen, the mayor of Dalton, Illinois. She has stolen funds, misappropriated funds. There's $7 million in the hole. And the law firm who is representing her against the charges has notified the city council that they please like to be relieved of that because they're not getting paid. The FBI is investigating her for other situations. The law firm that it was supposed to be representing her advised the city of Dalton, Illinois, that they're sure coming on to the point where it's going to be uninsurable. She put her hairdresser on the payroll, beauticians on the payroll. The average income of a household in Dalton, Illinois is $24,000. She's making $300,000, and she's blaming racism that they're going after her. A stooge. Instead of Mole, Larry, and Curly, we've got Sandra, Tiffany, and Fani. And forget diversity. Forget equality. You've got all women, black, white, doesn't make any difference. You can be as dumb as you can be. It doesn't matter what race you are, what color you are, what sex you are. No Mole, no Curly, no Larry, Fanny, Sandra, and Tiffany. All these demonstrations going on. You know, the weaponized Department of Justice is going after Trump. You want to go after this stuff? The colleges? One institution that nobody wants to mess with. The IRS. Get the IRS on these colleges. Tax exempt status, out the door. The money stops, all this will stop. Watch the Howdy Boomy podcast on a daily basis. Just punch in the Howdy Boomy show on your computer, on YouTube, LinkedIn. The Howdy Boomy show. Truth, justice, the American way. Have a great day. God bless you. God bless America.